Hi lovely, and welcome to Natural Fertility with Katie. So today we have, how do I cope with period fatigue at work? So you've been there, you're on your period, you're feeling really knackered, and it's bloody hard work to do your job, pun intended. So what do we mean by fatigue? Well, this is when the tiredness is completely overwhelming and it can't really be relieved easily by things like rest and sleep. So that's how to distinguish between just being really tired and actually experiencing fatigue. So today I've got for you 10 tips that are going to really help to cope with this while you're at work. So first of all, prioritize getting 8 hours sleep above all else. And if you can't sleep for any reason, try doing some yoga nidra, yogic sleep, also known as body scan meditation. You can look that up on YouTube, or I've got some videos that I could share with you as well. So drop that in the comments if you're interested. And the second thing is to delegate as much as possible and ask for support from friends and family. So whether that's doing household chores, cooking dinner, picking the kids up, whatever it may be, get some help. Number 3, breathe deeply, fresh air. So granted, you might not be able to go out for a walk all hours of the day, but if you can get a window open or even make sure that the air quality is really clean inside your office, that's so important. It makes a huge, huge difference to how awake we feel. Number 4 is eat energizing foods and avoiding sugary snacks and carbs. So we want to be eating things like berries, which are more lower glycemic foods, and protein and fats on the healthy side of things. So avocado and things like that. Nuts are awesome for keeping our energy levels up in a sustainable way instead of giving us those peaks and troughs of energy. Number 5 is minimizing caffeine as much as possible. So again, I know this might sound counterproductive, but we're really going to be able to avoid the rise and then the crash. And we're also going to be able to get a much better quality sleep at night. So if you must drink caffeine, try and go for things like green tea or cacao nibs, and try not to have anything after 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock is the absolute cutoff point, but if you can do it before 1, that's ideal. Number 6 is introduce a herbal supplement that will help you with adrenal fatigue. So if you've been in a constant high state of stress, it's very possible that your adrenals are just worn out and you just are like, cannot handle it. So things like ashwagandha I found really helpful, and I'd highly encourage you to research this yourself and come up with something that suits you, or see a herbalist. Number 7 is cut out alcohol. And again, 2 reasons here. It makes us feel really a bit tired and groggy the next day. And that's kind of caused by the second reason of that it makes our sleep not as good quality. So we don't get into that deep, restful, restorative state. So minimize that as much as possible. Bring in other coping mechanisms to help with stress. Number 8 is focus on iron-rich foods, especially when you're on your period, and if you're having a heavy bleed as well, you might be losing a lot of iron through your blood. So bringing in those iron-rich foods, and you can just Google foods high in iron and pick the ones that you like. But do be careful, you can go in the other direction with this, and the symptoms of too much iron are the same as the symptoms of not enough iron. So you'll feel really tired on both ends of the spectrum. So that's something to be mindful of. Number 9 is make sure you're doing exercise which brings up your energy levels instead of depleting them. So things like restorative yoga and Tai Chi are all about bringing energy back into the body. Whereas you might want to save your HIIT workouts and running and hot yoga or whatever you like to do for a different time in your cycle when you're not really drained already from being on your period. And number 10, when all else fails, cold water is a game changer. So whether it's having like a bit of a cold shower in the morning or just splashing some cold water on your face. And it really doesn't have to be ice cold. It can just be just below lukewarm. And that really, really helps. So, did you find this helpful? Give it a like if you did. Let me know how you felt about it in the comments, and add any other tips that you might have for dealing with fatigue at work so we can help each other feel a bit more energized. If you know someone who needs this, definitely share it with them. spread the word. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.